court is recommending 2 signs to be upgraded. The first one is the Helping Hand sign, which is at the playground end. This program hasn't been in existence for some time, so we are actually requesting a permanent aluminum sign would be placed over the existing sign, along with an interchangeable sign listing all of the Parks and Recreation calendar of events. As you can see, the top diagram, that is the permanent sign, and the bottom diagram, that's the interchangeable sign. The cost for that sign is $462.65. The second sign that we're asking to be upgraded is the brown Cecil Park sign, which is on the court end of the park. One side of the sign would remain brown, it would be upgraded, and the other side of the sign would list the Parks and Recreation calendar of events. The portion of the blue and white sign would be permanent, and then again with all of the events that would be interchangeable. And the cost of that sign is $763.15. The total cost of the 3 signs, actually 2 signs, one is 2-sided and the other one is one, is $1,225.80. The Parks Board is asking the Board of Supervisors for a vote this evening to move forward to purchase those signs.
What's the total cost?
$1,225.80.
We did budget $70,000 for the parks.
Did we just get one quote, or did we get a couple of bids?
We've normally dealt with Joe Coppola in the past, and that was one bid that we got.
Normally, if it goes over a certain amount, like over $4,000, then we solicit more quotes.
It's a little steep, but
And then the yearly, we're going to change the dates, and that sign is going to cost what every year?
Well, that sign, Joe said that it would actually be less than, I believe it's $137. If we would keep the dates close together, he said the cost would be a lot less, and just would use the interchangeable sign and just change.
The 23rd to the 25th?
Correct.
And I would suggest that it needs to be flipped. That sign faces the parking lot where people come in and see it better.
Right, that sign would actually be coming from the Public Works
Okay. All right.
Department, and then the brown sign would be from the Township Building going to Public Works.
Do we have a motion to that effect to approve the $1,225?
I'll make that motion.
It's been moved.
I'll second.
It's been seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries.
Thank you. The second item is we recommended that Teresa attach this diagram for the pavilion rentals, so there would be no additional township property to the picnic tables. The picnic tables, the handicap picnic tables that were just recently purchased already have staples and tacks in them, and there's some gouges already in them. Bill, you're aware of kids just being destructive. So we're trying to prevent any additional damage by including this to everybody that rents the pavilions.
What's a set cost?
There is no cost. Actually, it was just,
That's how you hold your tablecloth down.
it's with tape, and you just tape it around both ends. So there's no additional staples. I mean, we removed a ton of staples 2 years ago, and we're trying to have these picnic tables last a little bit longer. Because as of right now, there's probably like 10 or 15 that actually are in dire need of replacement.
Could we buy sets like that and use them, give them out, and we give out the key? Or we give them a key to the park?
I was gonna say, you don't get them.
Whatever, we give them a permit. If they were all in uniform, if we could buy a set for every picnic table, why wouldn't they use it instead of trying to staple it and nail and tack?
Well, we included this, like I said, we've included this with the pavilion rentals that Teresa started on Friday.
We're gonna give them the tape?
No.
They have a bunch of tacks and staples, that's what they're gonna use. They're not, they don't have tape, they have a staple gun, that's what they're gonna use.
I mean, I think tape is, I don't know,
That's great.
you know, we want to do tape and tablecloths for all the tables in each pavilion. I mean, I'm not sure what the cost would be for that.
Can't argue with that, you're trying.
Right, I mean, and like I said, we did include this in with all of the pavilion rentals. So moving forward, hopefully, people will have this when they rent the pavilions.
We'll keep watching it.
The next item is the concession stand. It's been upgraded. There was a grant from 84 Lumber, and Bob Mikowski donated his time. These are the after pictures, and here's some of the before pictures with the graffiti.
Well, make sure we send a thank you to Mr.
Like I said, this is some of the graffiti that was in the concession stand.
You didn't pixel out that name.
We didn't do it, so.
It looks great.
With the upgrades, there's about $5,000+ invested in the concession stand. The cost to us was $300 and some odd dollars, I believe, that we paid the difference between what 84 donated to us.
If Mr. Kowski needs a pavilion rental, make sure you know. It's great, that really looks good.
With that, we are proposing that there be a concession stand rental agreement, which I'll give you a copy of. I know it's lengthy, and I'm not going to bore you with all the details. So if you could look this over, and possibly at your next meeting, which is, I believe, next Monday, the special meeting, if this could be voted on prior to any of the seasons getting, starting up.
Thank you, Shirley. That is a great job, it looks wonderful.
Which brings me to my next issue, which is also with the concession stand. I believe, actually, the Parks Board believes that any person or group interested in using the concession stand needs to have liability insurance to cover any liabilities and damages that may occur during the time of the use of the concession stand. Businesses and organizations both carry liability insurance, so should anything occur to the township wouldn't be responsible for those damages.
Shirley, who besides the league and the township or Parks Board uses the concession stand?
Well, this is what we're proposing, because there is the tennis, there is tennis that does use the tennis courts. There's a basketball camp. With these upgrades, we can possibly rent them the concession stand during their events. So what I'm proposing is that anybody that is using the concession stand bring their liability insurance to the township building so we have it on file. I mean, Bob spent 6 days upgrading the concession stand, and I really don't want it trashed. I mean, we would like to see it that way for the next 10 or 15 years, you know, without being ruined.
We'll review this, Shirley.
Okay, that's fine. One other thing, Gary Andre's daughter, Jennifer, is here this evening with us. She proposed a memorial for her father, and she spoke with Bill, and the Parks Board agreed that a tree and a memorial rock, it was approved through the Parks Board, and we're asking the supervisors to approve the tree and the memorial also. There would be no cost to the township. Jen actually has agreed to pay for the cost of the tree and the memorial rock.
What kind of tree is it?
He hasn't decided yet. I left a message for vendors. I don't want a buggy tree. It's something we're having to figure out still. I'm willing to work with Bill with anything that he recommends also.
Any other questions for Shirley? Comments?
You need a motion
Yes.
to approve that, so moved.
We have a motion and a second.
My second.
There's a motion and a second to approve Andre's family request for a memorial for Gary. Been moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, the motion carries.
Township Parks and Recreation calendar of events. The brochures are out with all of the dates listed, with Touch a Truck, the movie in the park, car cruise, and the festival. They are in the vestibule. If you leave tonight, pick one up. That's all I have.
Thank you, Shirley. She's going back. Bill, Public Works report.